Betty first heard Damien DeLuca's name long before she met him. People whispered it. Doctors in the emergency room lowered their voices when certain patients came in bleeding with expensive watches and armed security. Nurses exchanged nervous looks when black SUVs waited outside the hospital after midnight. Nobody said Mafia, not directly, but everyone knew. And everyone knew Damien DeLuca was the worst of them. Ruthless, untouchable, dangerous enough that politicians shook his hand while pretending not to know where his money came from. Bella never expected him to walk into her life personally, especially not at 2 a.m. with blood on his hands. The emergency room was chaos that night. A shooting downtown, 3 incoming trauma patients. Bella moved quickly between rooms, exhaustion buried beneath adrenaline as she reviewed charts near the nurse's station. Then the entire atmosphere shifted. The room went quiet. Not silent, just tense. Like every person suddenly became aware of something dangerous entering the building. Bella looked up and saw him. Damien DeLuca walked through the emergency room wearing a black dress shirt with the sleeves rolled to his forearms. Dark tattoos disappeared beneath expensive cuffs, and rain clung lightly to his dark hair. 2 men followed behind him, bodyguards. But nobody looked at them. Everyone looked at Damien. Even injured, bleeding men in Mafia circles straightened when he entered. Fear. Respect. Bella understood it instantly. He moved through the room with terrifying calm, one hand pressed against the bleeding shoulder of another man beside him. The injured man grimaced in pain. Damien didn't. His expression remained unreadable as his eyes swept across the room once and landed directly on Bella. Her breath caught unexpectedly. God, he was beautiful. Not soft beautiful, sharp beautiful. The kind carved from danger and violence. For one suspended second, neither of them looked away. Then a nurse hurried forward nervously.
We have a trauma room ready.
Damien finally broke eye contact. Bella exhaled slowly.
What the hell?
Sophia whispered beside her. Bella blinked.
What? That man just looked at you like he wanted to either ruin your life or marry you.
Bella rolled her eyes, but heat crept up her neck anyway. Unfortunately, Sophia wasn't entirely wrong. An hour later, Bella pushed open the trauma room door carrying fresh gauze and nearly walked directly into Damien's chest. Her breath caught. Up close, he was overwhelming. Tall enough that she had to tilt her head slightly upward. Broad shoulders stretched tightly beneath black fabric. Expensive cologne mixed with smoke and rain wrapped around him. And his eyes. Those dark eyes focused on her immediately. Steady. Intentional. Like he noticed everything. Bella stepped back quickly.
Sorry.
Damien didn't move. Didn't even blink. The room behind him was empty now, except for his injured associate sleeping under sedation.
You're the doctor.
Medical student.
The sound was low in his throat. Bella moved around him carefully, trying very hard to ignore how aware she suddenly was of his body this close to hers. She checked the patient's monitors quickly before speaking.
He lost a lot of blood, but he'll be okay.
Damien watched her silently. Most men looked at her face during conversations. Damien looked at her like he was studying her, learning her. It should have unnerved her more than it did.
You're calm,
he said suddenly. Bella glanced up.
I work in an emergency room.
Most people become nervous around me anyway.
There wasn't arrogance in the statement, just fact. Bella adjusted the IV line.
Should I be nervous?
Damien stepped closer. Not much, just enough to make the air between them tighten.
Yes.
The answer came quietly. Honestly. And somehow that affected her more than flirting would have. Bella's pulse stumbled slightly. Then she realized something. His hand. Blood stained his knuckles. Fresh blood.
You're hurt.
Damien looked down briefly like he hadn't noticed.
It's nothing.
Bella sighed softly.
Sit down.
One dark brow lifted.
That sounded like an order.
It was.
For the first time, the corner of his mouth twitched slightly. Not a smile, but close. And strangely, that felt like an accomplishment. Damien sat slowly in the chair beside the hospital bed, while Bella opened a first aid tray. The room suddenly felt much smaller, much warmer. Bella stepped between his knees carefully to clean the cut across his hand. The second her fingers touched him, Damien went still, completely still. Bella looked up instinctively. Big mistake. His gaze was already on her. Heavy, intense. The kind of look that made heat crawl slowly beneath her skin.
You stitched people up all night,
Damien murmured.
and somehow I'm jealous of every one of them.
Bella nearly dropped the gauze.
What?
You heard me.
Heat spread across her cheeks instantly. This man was dangerous, and somehow unbelievably smooth. Bella focused hard on cleaning the cut.
You flirt with everyone this aggressively?
No.
His answer came too fast, too certain. Bella's hands slowed slightly. Damien watched her carefully. Then his voice lowered.
Only women I can't stop thinking about.
The tension in the room thickened instantly. Bella became painfully aware of everything. The heat of his body inches away. The strength in his thighs beside hers. The way his gaze kept dropping briefly to her mouth. Her pulse turned uneven. This was insane. She barely knew him. But something about Damien felt magnetic in the worst possible way. Like standing too close to a fire you already knew would burn you. Bella wrapped the bandage carefully around his hand.
You should avoid punching people,
She murmured lightly. Damien's eyes darkened.
That wasn't from punching someone.
Her stomach tightened unexpectedly. Before she could ask what happened, voices echoed outside the room. Damien's expression changed instantly. Cold again. Controlled. One of his men appeared at the doorway.
Boss, we found him.
Violence flickered briefly across Damien's face. Gone just as quickly. Bella felt it anyway. Like watching a predator remember it had teeth. Damien stood slowly. The movement brought him close enough that Bella had to tilt her head upward again.
Thank you, Doctor.
Bella.
His eyes locked onto hers.
Bella.
He repeated softly. The way he said her name did dangerous things to her heartbeat. Then Damien reached into his pocket and handed her something. A black card. No number. No company name. Just his name embossed in silver. Damien DeLuca.
If you ever need anything,
He said quietly.
call.
Bella looked up again.
Anything?
His gaze lingered on her for one long second.
Yes.
Then he walked away, and Bella stood there staring at the card in her hand like it might burn her. 3 nights later, Bella used it. Not because she wanted to, because she had no choice. Her ex-boyfriend, Ethan, was drunk again, angry again, and currently pounding on her apartment door hard enough to shake the walls.
Bella, open the damn door!
Fear climbed sharply into her chest. He'd never hit her before. But tonight sounded different. More unstable. More dangerous. Bella grabbed her phone with shaking hands. Without thinking too hard about it, she dialed the number on Damien's card. It rang once.
Bella.
No greeting. No confusion. Just her name immediately in that deep voice. Relief hit her so hard it embarrassed her.
There's someone outside my apartment.
Damien's tone changed instantly.
Who?
My ex.
A long silence followed. Too quiet. Then,
Are you alone?
Yes.
Lock the bedroom door.
Bella's pulse quickened.
Why?
Do it.
Something in his voice made her obey instantly. She hurried into her bedroom and locked the door just as another violent bang shook the apartment.
Bella!
Then silence. 3 minutes later, another sound echoed through the apartment. The front door opening. Bella's stomach dropped. Oh God. Then she heard Damien's voice. Calm, deadly.
You shouldn't leave.
Ethan laughed nervously.
Who the hell are you?
A pause. Then Damien answered softly.
The last person you should have scared tonight.
Bella's pulse raced violently. She opened the bedroom door cautiously moments later and stopped breathing. Damien stood in her apartment wearing a black coat over dark clothes, rain still clinging lightly to his hair. Ethan was gone. Bella looked between Damien and the still open front door.
What did you do?
Damien removed his gloves slowly.
I convinced him not to come back.
The calmness in his voice told her not to ask for details. Bella suddenly realized how close he was standing. The apartment felt tiny with him inside it, too small for all the tension suddenly building between them.
You came here fast.
Damien looked at her quietly.
I was nearby.
Something about the answer felt dishonest, like maybe he'd been nearby more often than she realized. Bella crossed her arms lightly.
You don't have to protect me.
No?
No.
Damien stepped closer slowly.
And if I want to?
The air disappeared from the room. Bella's pulse turned uneven again.
Damien.
His gaze drifted slowly over her oversized sleep shirt and bare legs. Heat darkened his eyes instantly. The look was so openly possessive it stole her breath.
You should stop looking at me like that.
She whispered.
Like what?
Like you're thinking something dangerous.
A low sound almost resembling amusement left him.
I am thinking something dangerous.
Bella's heart slammed harder against her ribs. He stopped directly in front of her now, close enough that she could smell whiskey and rain on him, close enough that one more step would put her against his chest.
You called me.
Damien murmured.
You told me to.
And you trusted me.
The realization settled heavily between them, because she had. Without hesitation, Bella looked up at him slowly.
You scare me.
Damien's expression softened slightly.
Good.
That's not a nice answer.
No.
He agreed quietly.
But it's honest.
His hand lifted slowly, carefully, giving her enough time to pull away. Bella didn't. His fingers brushed lightly against her jaw. The touch was devastatingly gentle for such a dangerous man. And suddenly Bella understood something terrifying. Damien was trying very hard to control himself around her. That realization sent heat spiraling low through her stomach.
You shouldn't touch me like that.
She whispered.
Why?
Because I might let you keep doing it.
Something dark flashed across his face. His thumb brushed softly across her lower lip. Bella's breath caught. Then Damien kissed her. Slowly at first, like he was testing her. The second Bella kissed him back, his control snapped. His hand slid around her waist, pulling her flush against him while his mouth moved harder against hers. Possessive. Hungry. Like he'd been imagining this for days. Bella gasped softly when his other hand gripped her thigh, lifting her effortlessly onto the kitchen counter. The movement sent a rush of heat through her instantly. Damien stepped between her knees without breaking the kiss. Every inch of him felt overwhelming. Warm, strong, dangerous. His mouth trailed slowly along her jaw, then lower toward her throat. Bella's fingers tangled into his dark hair as a shaky breath escaped her.
Damien.
The sound of his name nearly undid him. He kissed her throat slowly before looking back up at her, dark eyes burning.
You have no idea how hard I've tried to stay away from you.
Bella's pulse stumbled.
Why would you?
Because men like me ruin women like you.
The honesty in his voice hit her unexpectedly hard. Bella touched his face gently.
And what if I don't care?
Something almost painful crossed Damien's expression. Then he kissed her again, like he was starving for it.